Hey there, Board Game Maniacs. Maniac Rob here to bring you another episode of What's in the Box. As you see before you is none other than The Walking Dead Here's Negan, the board game by Mantic Games and Skybound. I've been waiting for this game to come out for a long time. I just received it today. I'm super ecstatic, not excited, ecstatic to have this game, to open it up, see all the lovely goodiness inside. That's right, goodiness. I'm excited for this. See what's inside and to just start playing it because I am so excited. If you haven't seen any of the Walking Dead All-Out War battle reports that we shot on the Board Game Maniacs YouTube channel, I strongly suggest going back and watching the videos that we posted for the Walking Dead All-Out War. This is just to add to it. Now, the difference between this and the Walking Dead All-Out War is one primary thing besides Negan, obviously, and that is that the Walking Dead All-Out War is a tabletop game where you have your miniatures, you have some scattered terrain, and you play on any gaming surface. Now, for this Walking Dead Here's Negan, the board game, it is a board game where you actually have tiles that you use, that you play on the surface, you put on any gaming surface, and then you play the game on top of those tiles. So that classifies it as a board game. So without further ado, let's look at the cover artwork into this, the back of the box, everything. I just want to rip it open. As soon as I bought it, I wanted to rip it open in the car, but nope. I had to hold off so everybody can enjoy this with me. So let's dive in deeper. Now, before we rip this puppy open, let's just admire the incredible artwork and look at the back of it so that we can just drool a little bit more and build up the anticipation. When I say build up the anticipation, I'm talking about myself, my anticipation for ripping this open. So, first off, a little bit of a glare, apologize, but you know, it's just what it is because of the lights. There's the man himself, Negan, holding his bat. Now, question for everybody. I'm not going to say what the name of the bat is, but I think that the bat actually has a specific name that he called the bat. Now, just remember, this is based off the comic book series, not the AMC's Walking Dead TV series, but I think he calls the bat a name in there too as well. In either case, comment down below and let me know what the name of the bat is, if it does have a name. Maybe I'm completely wrong. We'll find out. But anyhow, whoop, I just hit the camera because I'm just getting excited. Let's rip the baby open and see what happened, but let's look in this first. I'm stumbling because I just want to rip it open. So again, you can see Negan hair, pretty cool. Mantic and Skybound, same thing, but on the back, ooh, baby. Oh, baby, yeah. So The Walking Dead, Here's Negan, the board game. Here's Negan is a co-op board game for 1 to 5 players. That's right, so you can play solo missions in this, which is awesome. It's based in the Walking Dead comic book series. Each player takes the role of a survivor recruited by the relentless Negan. Under Negan's instructions, the survivor must battle to clear out a large factory complex to create a safe haven in the brutal wilderness. By scavenging supplies, securing key objectives, and fighting the Walking Dead, the players hope to win Negan's favor and ultimately become the top lieutenant. Dun, dun, dun! That's right, so they are trying to win Negan's favor so that he can anoint them the top lieutenant into Negan's gang in this post-apocalyptic world of the walkers. Woo! So you can see here, fabulous color scheme on the back, like always for Mantic Games. I'm talking because it's just, I'm talking about Mantic Games. They're awesome. Thank you very much, Mantic Games. You can see the tiles here. You get some miniatures, cards, dice. It tells you everything that you get here, which is really cool. Now, the time to play this game is between 30 minutes to 90 minutes long. It's 1 to 5 player. The age range is 14 plus. So it's very important to know this. So if you have any little kiddies and you're a big fan of The Walking Dead or even the comic book Walking Dead, you want to make sure that the age range is sufficient and you don't play it with like a 8-year-old because they could be traumatized and then they'll turn out to be something like me because I'm... Anyhow, continuing on, let's rip this puppy open and see what lovely goodiness is inside. I'm stumbling because I really want to get into it. It's time to do that. Oh yeah, ripping it open. Oh, this plastic's not giving me any troubles because I'm getting in here, and that is it. Nothing you can say or do about it at all because it is my time to shine. Plastic, what? Here goes for the new board game smell. Oh, here goes. Oh, I can smell it. I can smell it. Oh. Too bad I didn't invent smell-o-vision because you could smell it while you see it and you'd be doing the same thing as I'm doing, making that noise. I did a little bit of a cheat off camera just to let you know. I opened it on camera, but then I took the trays out to grab the rule book because, you know, I have to know what things are called in case I get it wrong and so on and so forth. But let's look at the rule book while I got it anyhow. So really cool artwork again. Flipping through, you can see it gives a list of detail and everything that is here. Awesome. This looks a lot, if not exactly like The Walking Dead Out War, which is a phenomenal book too as well. See some nice walkers there. Oh, baby, like, this is just sweet, sweet, sweet. Oh, look. Whoa. Now, these are the miniatures, I'm assuming, that you get into the game, so they're pretty sweet looking. Now, one thing I want to point out about this, too, as well, is, if I'm not mistaken, I think I read it somewhere because I was following The Walking Dead Here's Negan, the board game, for a while before it was released, and you can pretty much use the miniatures from The Walking Dead All Out War into this game if you wanted to, like put them in to add a little bit more flair or style or intensity to the game, and you can put more walkers into this, which is really cool because I have a lot of Walking Dead All Out War miniatures that are painted already. These ones are not painted, but guaranteed they're going to be painted pretty fast. Now, on the back of the rule book, first off, we always see how many pages the rule book has in total, and this has 40 pages, and in here it talks about, you know, all the rules you need, but it also has scenarios that you can play. And it plays up to 12 scenarios, which is really good. That'll give you a lot of play time. But just like the other, like if it's anything like The Walking Dead All Out War, when you play this, it's not like playing the same game over and over again because you're going to draw different cards, you're going to roll the dice differently, and so on, which makes it a little bit more fun and increases the playability, which gives it a better rating, in my opinion, anyhow. So just like all the other Walking Dead, the other Walking Dead game, on the back of it, you see the quick reference sequence play. So when I'm playing The Walking Dead All Out War, I have this laid out, well, the Walking Dead book All Out War, it's laid out, and I have it flipped to the back because it gives me, you know, quick sequence of play, and everything that I want to know is answered here. But this is after you read over the rule book and you get familiar with the rules, which I'm assuming is going to be very close to The Walking Dead All Out War. It's going to be very simple, and then you can just use this for quick reference. That's why it's called a quick reference sequence of play. Just to touch upon about the difference between The Walking Dead All Out War and Here's Negan, the board game. Again, there is a main difference first off, is one is a tabletop game and one is a board game. But you can see the sequence of play here: survivor phase, walker phase, Here's Negan phase, and end phase. So there's 4 phases into this, and with The Walking Dead All Out War you have, I think it's 5 phases if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I don't have it in front of me here, and my mind is kind of spinning because I'm just happy I finally got this game. Incredible. But that tells you exactly how to play it. You're in phase, walker phase, Here's Negan phase, you know, entering a room, which is incredible, and the noise and everything. Okay, anyhow, enough with this. Let's look at the tokens you get and everything else, and the miniatures, which I'm excited about. Looking at the first sheet of tokens that you get 15 security tokens, and the security tokens are the green lock. You can see them there, and if I flip it over, there are red unlocked. So I guess when you're opening a room or finding an objective and you have to open it or hack a computer or something, I don't know exactly what you do for the scenarios, I'm just guessing, but I do know that these are lock and unlock security tokens. So when it's green, it's locked, and when it's red, it's unlocked. Very, very simple. Next thing we're looking at is the tokens here. There's 8 of them in total. I'm just looking at the book. Yes, 8. There are 8 supply tokens. So just like in the Walking Dead All Out War, you get the cardboard ones that, you know, the cardboard tokens that you can use for supplies to pick them up. And hopefully that Mantic Game is going to do kind of like what they did for the Walking Dead All Out War, where you can buy the actual 3D printed tokens, which I'm looking forward to. But having said that, because you can use stuff from the Walking Dead All Out War into Here's Negan, I already have the 3D printed tokens for that, and I'm going to use them in this game too as well. So that is going to be a lot of fun. Next thing we're looking at, you have 3 of these tokens with the -1 on one side and +1 on the other. And what those are, according to the book, it says action tokens. So during the game, you can get a penalty of a -1 action, or you can get a benefit of a +1 action, which will make the game a little more interesting. Below that, you see these tokens are 4, and they are double-sided, so they're the same on both sides, though. And they're none other than fire tokens, so burn, baby, burn. What else do you need in a game where you're trying to clear the factory but air duct tokens? Because you can go into the air duct tokens maybe, or you place it there so zombies can't get in. I don't know the rules yet, but just know these are air duct tokens too as well. Camera's kind of trying to focus in there. Woo, there we go. So 2 air duct tokens. Anybody who played the Walking Dead All Out War will notice these type of tokens and what they are, because it's the same thing. The X's are the activation tokens, so when you activate a miniature, your turn is done, you place it down so you know that they activated. And it could be for the walkers too as well. And down here is your stamina tokens. You have 1 over here and you have more there. So activation tokens, you get 5 activation tokens and 6 stamina counters. And on the back, if you can notice, they have the bite mark. So when one of the characters get bitten, you're going to flip that stamina token over to this side to let them know that they are bitten. You also see here, these are zombie entry points. I don't know if I said this already or not. It's 9 walker entry point markers. So this is when you're doing the game, it shows where the walkers can enter. Now this here with the double green, that is 1 exit marker. So again, it's where you exit. They're double-sided. They still have the same on both sides. So, oh, I just popped this out too as well, which brings me to the next thing. It's a threat track. So if you played Walking Dead All Out War, you will know exactly what this is and how you use it. But the difference between this one and the other one is you can see that there's lock icons onto each level. Interesting. So the threat track is between 1 and 3. There's 1 lock. And then 4 to 8, there's 2 security locks. 8 to 13, 3 security locks. And 14 to 18 is 4 security locks. So what this is telling me is when you are playing the game, it's not only going to increase the threat track to make it more difficult with more zombies and so on, but it's going to increase what areas are locked, which will make it even more difficult. I could be totally wrong. I had to look in the rule book for this, but I didn't look in it. I just ripped it open as you've seen, and you're seeing exactly what I'm seeing, and we can see the stuff together. See what I mean? I just noticed this token right here. I'm like, what is that? And I just looked on the front page where the components are. Actually, it's page 3. But this is a weapon locker. So if you can go through the game and get other weapons instead of pulling like supply cards and that would be incredible. Even if it's just supply cards, that's incredible too. But like a weapon locker? Really? Really? And you can see there's barricades here too as well. That is the first sheet of tokens that you punch out. Let's look at the second sheet if there's anything different on it. Now you're looking at, these are walker tokens. There are 26 of them. Now, this is going to be very interesting to find out what these are, because if you look on the other side, popping tokens out left and right, they have red dice, white dice, and blue dice, and some have no dice. So I'm wondering if these walker tokens, that they get extra bonuses, or if you run out of walker miniatures and you use these. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to look in the book and find that out, because that is very, very interesting. I had to look this up instead of just going through the unboxing, because I wanted to find out what these walker tokens are for. and I found something very interesting. It is on page 6 of the rule book. And the walker tokens, pretty much what these are used for is, they're there before the walkers. So you can hear the noise through the walls and everything else, but once these tokens get in line of sight of a character, you are going to have to flip it over. And when you flip it over, let me flip this over, you have red dice, you got white dice, you got blue dice, and none. So what happens is you're going to have to take that colored die and you're going to roll it, and that'll determine how many walkers are spawned. That is really nuts, in a fun way though, obviously. This is such a different mechanic into the game, and I can see how difficult this can be, because if you see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 red, 8 white, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue, and then there's some blank. So that could be very detrimental for the heroes. Oh no! It may only seem like a millisecond, but I'm kind of getting lost because I'm flipping through the rulebook. I'm like, oh, I got to read all this now. But again, this is strictly just an unboxing. It's not a tutorial on how to play. That is going to come at another time here on Board Game Maniacs, because you know as well as I know, we are going to be playing the heck out of Here's Negan, the board game. Anyhow, moving on with the tokens. These are gasoline tokens. You get 5 of them. And you can see here, there's more barricade. You get a furnace token. Now that is going to be interesting to find out exactly what the furnace token does. And you also have, this is a generator token right here. And this is another barricade. You can see barricade tokens too as well. This, however, is a first aid station. So in the game, if you can heal by going to a first aid station, that would be absolutely incredible. You also have these ones here. These are door tokens and other door tokens, but locks onto them. Now, you get a total of 20 door tokens into this, as well as 4 lock doors. So these are the 4 lock doors. And then the rest you see here are 20 door tokens that you play in the game. Let's start looking at the cards for the game now. So what I have in my hand is the event deck. There's 27 event cards into this. Now, let's take a look at one of them just to see what it will tell us. Cry for help. Choose a survivor. That model immediately performs a free call Negan action without paying the cost in reputation. However, the chosen survivor then causes noise, and we all know what happens with noise. It's going to attract more walkers. Really cool. Let's just take a... So, again, there's cards just like in The Walking Dead All Out War, that it has like a +1 to the threat level. There, the camera's in focus here. It's trying to, my camera's got autofocus on, it's trying to grab this. So I have to put my hand up to block it, so it's more taking up more of the landscape of the monitor. But anyhow, so this is the breakout one. Choose a survivor. The nearest unopened, unlocked, unsecure room to that survivor is immediately open. Open all doors in that room and draw a room card for it and any other rooms that are open by this card. So I'm assuming that when you open doors in rooms, because you don't know what is lurking behind it. It could be walkers. It could be, you know, some goodies. You don't know what it is, but that's how you do it for that. So this here is the event deck. I'm just rambling, I know. 27 is that. Let's look at the other cards that you get in here. What we're seeing here is supply cards. You get 24 supply cards, and they're exactly what it says, supply. So let's take a look at one. Supply cache, or cache, incident. Gain a blue reputation. Each survivor in the room restores red stamina. Discard this card and draw another. Okay, let's take another one. Ooh, a knife. Let's look at this knife weapon. It's a fight, and it's a red die, so you add the red die to your character. Discard this card to use it as a shoot weapon, range 2 to 4 instead. Oh, so you can throw knives in this? That is crazy! Ooh, supply cards. Next, we're looking at the room cards. There are 24 room cards in total. Again, let's flip it over and take a look at what a room card has. So the room card, dead inside, 1 supply token, walkers. All quiet, you roll a red. Low, you roll a white. Medium, a blue, and a high is a blue and a red. Woohoo! So again, when you're opening over, this is what I'm just guessing. When you open a door, you're going to have to draw a door card, or a room card, I should say, and then it tells you exactly how to populate it and what to do. So let's just take a quick, another one. So this tells you what to do in this. And I'm a magic, they're gone. No, I'm a magician. Jeez, what am I saying? So let's look at this and get in focus. There you go. Flooded room, 1 supply token. Any model or token that starts its movement in this room moves 1 fewer spaces. Walker tokens in this room are underwater. They cannot move and are not revealed until they are adjacent to a survivor. And the white die is the walker token. So these room cards, just from, you shuffle them randomly and then you start putting some stuff up, that can be really scary. And we all know walkers are really scary. So this game is going to be scary awesome. That's why it's rated 14+. We have Negan action cards. So it makes Negan do actions. And we get a total of 24 of these Negan action cards. Really cool artwork onto it. So let's take a look at one. I'm just going to flip it over here and let's read it and see what it tells us. It says, "Let's go." That's right. Move 3 spaces. That's my Negan voice. Let's go. No, it's not. Anyhow, move 3 spaces. Any survivors further from the target point that you lose a white die reputation. So you're seeing reputation in that. So I'm thinking in this game, depending on what your character does, you can gain reputation or even lose reputation. So Negan looks at you, low reputation. He's just shaking his head. You got high reputation. Negan's like, yeah, you're getting closer to being my first lieutenant. Here's the dice that you get. There's 8 dice in total, and it looks like it's the same dice from The Walking Dead All Out War, which is awesome because I bought extra dice sets, and we all know that when you play a game, it's better to have more dice than not enough dice, that you keep on taking them from what you rolled already. And white dice, again, these are your lowest, your red is your highest, your blue is bad too as well. Not bad as in like it does like more damage with your blue than what it does the white and so on. And then your test one, which has your shield token onto them too as well when you're performing certain tests. That's what it is in The Walking Dead All Out War. And here's Negan, the board game. Maybe it's the same. What you're seeing here are the board tiles. The game board tiles are 16. I get a good chunk of them. And what's great about this is they're double-sided. So technically you don't get 16. You may get 16, but if you count the other sides, you get double the 16, which I think is 32 if I can do math right. 6, 6, 12, yeah, 32 I think. Anyhow, if I'm wrong, oh well, I don't do math very well. I'm joking. So you can see really great artwork into this. You have caution. That probably means something. And again, these tiles, the artwork on these are really cool. And also too as well, when you're setting up a game, it has numbers onto the tiles. Get in focus, come on. There you go. So like 2B, 3B, and so on. So when you're setting it up and you're according to the scenario, you're going to set these tiles up to what the scenario tells you to set them up. This is what I'm assuming. I could be wrong. It could be just a flipping of the tile, but I think it's you set them up according to what the scenario tells you to do by the numbers. Really great artwork, and again, a plentiful amount of tiles to play some games. Next, what you see is the reference cards that you get for this game. Now, you have Negan reference cards, so obviously the Negan action deck would go there. You have Negan stamina, which will be his health rating, and it tells you what stuff Negan can do. Let's look at another one. This is the Walker reference card. Really great artwork too as well. And in here again, the event deck you place here, it tells you what the walkers have for the dice they use and then what they can do too as well. Very interesting. And looking at this up close, the outnumbering, all walkers adjacent to a survivor add the attack dice together, making a single attack roll. The defending survivor only rolls their defense dice once. Oh, so if this is anything like in the Walking Dead All Out War where the walkers can team up on you and they do more damage, then that's going to be really scary. So I'm just going to place these down because that's the Negan and the walker. Let's look at the 5 characters that you can get. So we have Dwight. So he's a fight, shoot, defense. You can see stealthy, his special abilities, the stamina he has. Oh, and he has his weapons right here already. Really cool the way these boards are set up. And also too as well, you have your reputation rating. So I guess once you go down the 0 reputation, Negan don't want nothing to do with you. And if you're at a reputation of 20, I'm thinking that would probably be really good. So Dwight, they have all the same different weapons. You have Sherry, Laura, Tara, or Tara, whatever way you want to say it, and John, One-Eyed John by the looks of it. Woo. So there you go. This is all the group that is with Negan and trying to become the first lieutenant of Negan. In the game, you also get not 1, but 4 plastic clear bags that you can store your stuff in. What this is for, I don't know. It could be just to hold your cards, which would be really cool to keep it all organized so it's not all over the place. Really nice. And also too as well is you get, these are like red, pink clips that go onto your character card. I'm just going to grab a character card quickly just to show. So they would clip on here to keep track of what your reputation is for the game. Awesome. And one of the last but not least, because we still got to look at the miniatures, but this here is for your threat track, just like the other for the Walking Dead, where you put it on and you turn this to what the threat level is going to be. Last but not least, we got the miniatures, which I love miniatures. Everybody knows that, so get in focus, camera. The green are the walkers. You know I'm going to be painting these up. But what's really cool, like I said, is you can use the miniatures from the Walking Dead All Out War game, and you can play them. So this is a familiar sculpt. You can see that this was used in the Walking Dead All Out War. Very familiar, but it's a great looking detailed miniature. And then there's this one. I don't think I've seen that one, or I may not have the proper expansion for that one. But you can see it here. This is another one. It's a female walker, which is really cool. Face is kind of eaten off or rotted off a little bit. Let's see if I can get a little closer. Nice detail onto them. And you got a total of 12 walker miniatures in this game. So let's look at the heroes, shall we? And this is one of the hero miniatures. I'm not going to show all the miniatures because I don't want to spoil it all for anybody who's thinking about getting this game. It lets you know what's in it, but everybody loves the miniatures, and I think that's a really big selling point, in my opinion, now for me, is what the miniatures look like when you're going to get the game. So I'm not going to spoil it too much, but I'm just going to show you 2 miniatures. The first one here is Laura. Now, Laura, she's got like an M16, it looks like, but the detail on these are great. And where I said previously on the other clip is, I'm going to paint them up, but you don't necessarily need to paint them up to play the game because they're color coded. So the walkers are green and the character heroes are gray. So that's pretty simple for that. Let's look at one more miniature, and you know what miniature I'm talking about. Ooh, yeah. That miniature is none other than the man himself, Negan. Now he has his bat, and I know his bat's name. I do know that it had a name. I was only joking before. But I'm not going to say what the name is because I want you to comment down below and let me know if you know what the name is. But try not to cheat by, Googling it. Oh, what's Negan's bat's name? Just, try to do it. But if you Google it, and, that's fine too. But I would like to know if you just know it off the top of your head. And he's got a nice little rifle going on there. Super detail on this. This is really cool. And I'm going to definitely be using him in the Walking Dead All Out War because I want to use Negan to go and kill some walkers too as well. Woo! Now I know I said I wasn't going to show any more miniatures. I just got to show this. And this is Negan's bat. You can see it's a little bit warped, but that's because of sitting into there. Add a little bit of heat to it. You can bend it and put it in cold water. It'll straighten it out. Kind of like that it's bent because, could be that it's aluminum bat and he's been beating and it just bent a little bit from getting slammed on, human heads as well as walker heads. Who knows? But I know it's supposed to be a wooden bat, not an aluminum bat with like barbed wire. Like, get a little closer shot of that. How awesome looking is that? That's sweet. So that's the bat. And the bat has a name. And again, comment down below and let me know what it is. Oh, this is awesome. I want to go play. And there you have it, Board Game Maniacs. The entire content for the game. Here's Negan. The Walking Dead, here's Negan. The board game by Mantic Games and Skybound. whoa, they pack a lot of stuff into this little box. I'm surprised how much stuff they jammed into this. Incredible. I am so excited. I cannot wait to play this. I don't know if I'm going to paint them before I play or play and then paint. I really don't know. Comment down below and let me know, like, hey, you should paint them first and then play it. Or, you know what, forget about painting right now. We just want to see you play the game. Let me know, and I'm going to decide from there. But I really want to paint them first, but we'll see, because I'm kind of got other painting projects on the go as we speak, because I'm painting with my other hand, as you can tell. No, I don't think so. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. What's in the box for The Walking Dead? Here's Negan, the board game by Mantic Games and Skybound. If you want to see more videos such as this, please go to our YouTube channel, Board Game Maniacs. Click on the subscribe button and the bell notification. Get notified when other videos is up on our channel. We do post at least once a week, and it's usually Saturday at 9 a.m., not 9 p.m., 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we try to do a theme for every month. So this video, I'm going to edit it and going to get it out very soon. So I can't remember what the theme month for this month is going to be. But anyhow, just take a look at this. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And oh, I forgot. If you subscribe, you get entered in to giveaways that we have on our channel. We are having different giveaways at different times on our channel, but right now there is a giveaway going on and we just pick a random subscriber and they win a prize. You can look at the giveaway video that's on our channel and it'll explain what we're giving away, because every time we give the prize away, we're going to set up another prize for subscribers to enter, and so on and so forth. So that's exciting stuff. Hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly did. I just want to play this game right now, but I'm setting up for a D&D game for today that's going to be on the channel in the future too as well, so look forward to that one. And Mantic Games, thank you very much for making such great games such as this one and The Walking Dead at War, because it is at the top, one of the top of my lists for playing tabletop games is The Walking Dead at War. And I'm sure if this plays anything like The Walking Dead at War, it's going to be at the top of my list too as well. That's why I'm so excited to play this. Zombies, The Walking Dead, like weapons, killing, carnage, fire, like so much stuff that is just awesomeness for board games. So until next time, Board Game Maniacs, communicate with each other. It is key to any type of relationship in life, work, marriage, you name it. It's key. But most importantly of all, and that is, oh, you're waiting for me to say it? Oh, of course I'll say it. And that is, be a maniac.
Hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to keep up to date with Board Game Maniacs, click on the like and subscribe button to be notified when more videos come available. If you want to become an official sponsor of Board Game Maniacs, go to patreon.com/BoardGameManiacs. Or you can go to streamlabs.com/BoardGameManiacs1. That's right, and you can donate to help keep the lights on, keep food in our bellies, and play more games. We'll purchase more games, more equipment to make Board Game Maniacs evolve and get bigger and larger because of you, the viewers. I thank you from the bottom of my toes to the top of my head for all of your support. And until next time, Board Game Maniacs, be a maniac.